Hello everybody, Miss Lottie Daw here, and welcome back to my 40-day devotional challenge. Today we are going to read day 18, which is called You Are Able. I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened in order that you may know the hope to which He has called you, the riches of His glorious inheritance in His holy people, and His incomparably great power for us who believe. Ephesians 1:18. We had never done anything like this before. It was a new brand, new event, new message, and new audience, and a completely new role for me at work. It was October of 2015, and our very first business boutique event was just a few weeks away. I was freaking out. I remember sitting in this exact same home office I'm sitting in now, crying hysterically. I was having a complete meltdown from the pressure I felt to pull off this massive project. I had been working tirelessly on every aspect of this 3-day event, from the sessions to the slides, the workbook to the stage notes, and everything in between. I just kept thinking, I can't do this. They've got this all wrong. I am not the girl for this. I don't know what to teach. I don't know what to say. I can't do this. In a moment of desperation, I grabbed my Bible, and it fell open to Exodus 3 and 4, where God is asking Moses to rescue the Israelites from captivity in Egypt. After God gives Moses his instructions, what to do, where to go, what to say, Moses starts to waver. He questions and doubts. God appears in a burning bush, and then as a sign, turns Moses' staff into a snake and then back to his staff again. But Moses still isn't convinced. The call is too big. The ask is too much. He feels unqualified. He doesn't think he can do it. Sound familiar? We've all been there, many times. Moses tries to reason with God. Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. Exodus 4:10. And God replied, Oh, right, I totally forgot about that. I'll ask someone else I created with more refined public speaking skills. Sorry to bug you, Moses. Does that sound right? Of course not. In my personal freak out that day in my home office, I read God's actual response. The Lord said to him, Who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. Exodus 4:11. God was speaking directly to me through his word in that moment. And then I sensed his gentle, familiar voice say, Christy, you are freaking out because you think this is your event. This is not your event. This is my event. And I will be the one to pull this off. It's so easy to do. We look at our own imperfections and limitations, and we're overwhelmed with the task in front of us, the task we mistakenly think is ours to complete. Of course we're overwhelmed. In our own strength, we can't do much, but Scripture says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Not just some things, not just easy things, not just things I can figure out and manipulate and control myself. No. All things, anything. Anything is possible if a person believes. Mark 9:23. The same Spirit who empowered Jesus and who parted the Red Sea before Moses lives in you and me. You are able, and not if you just work a little harder, not if you just get a little smarter, not if you just had a little more money, time, or skills. You are able right now. Best-selling author Mark Batterson says, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. As you get back to you, Know that you are able to do anything and everything God has in store for you. Because the all-powerful God we talked about on day 5 lives in you. The one who calls you is faithful, and he will do it. Thessalonians 5:24. Reflection and prayer. When God asks you to do something that feels too big to handle, do you remind him why you can't? Read Exodus 4:11 through 12 again. How does it change your perspective when you remember that the one who's calling you is the one who will give you the power to do it? Spend some time in prayer today, asking God to help you remember what you're able and can do. All things through Christ who strengthens me. Ask him to give you an opportunity to showcase his power in you, and then ask him for the courage and strength to step out in faith and do it. And that's going to wrap up today's chapter. I hope that you have taken something away from this today, day 18. I really love what she says in here. For what the best-selling author Mark Batterson says, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. I love that quote. I think that needs to go on t-shirts, blankets, coasters, you name it. I find a lot of strength behind that verse there, and I need to remember that myself. I'm going to write that down in my planner so I can look at that every once in a while and remind myself of that, especially if I'm feeling very doubtful about myself or something, which we all do multiple times on many days. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's reading, and I hope you stay tuned for day 19. I can't believe we are almost halfway through. This time has just flew right by. So, thank you for watching. This is Miss La-Di-Da. Until next time.